Hey Libras, this is Rose of the Budding Intuitive. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I did start your reading and had a faux pas. So now I've started. I wasn't very far into it, but I had to just start over. But these cards were pulled to begin with. I usually just pull 3 cards as a kind of an energy like check-in. Where are we with Libra right now in this full moon Aquarius season? Full moon in Aquarius is on Sunday, the 22nd, about 8:01 a.m., I believe, Eastern Standard Time. If you want to know a little more about that, it's in the description below. And then we're moving from Leo Sun into Virgo Sun on Sunday morning. So, cool transition. Maybe feeling empowered right now, because I believe Leo is at like 29 degrees. So there's some really powerful energy around that Leo, moving out of Leo and into the Virgo. And I am an amateur at astrology, so that's all I'm going to say about that. You probably know way more than I do. So let's talk about these cards. Unfinished Symphony, 10 card in reverse, okay. These were the 3 cards I pulled, but these 2 cards wanted to come out, and I can see why, because it creates the fuller message. This is a message of encouragement. I think the universe, spirit, God, whatever you call your source of higher wisdom, is trying to encourage you to stay the course, to not self-sabotage, to keep facing the fear into this leap of faith, because you are rebirthing yourself. And you know this. These are all, so you've got, how many 10 cards? We've got 2 10 cards. Cards of endings and brand new beginnings, a rebirth of something that you may have tried in the past. Something that you've been really working hard on, and it has felt a little unfair to you. Because you're a hard worker. But it's saying no procrastination. Keep going. Because procrastination is self-sabotage. Keep dreaming. Keep manifesting here with this Imagine card. A little bit of, and it's a little bit of, you know what, there's a gift coming. Whatever has felt unfair is going to become fair again. It's going to feel just, like you're going to get your just rewards, I guess is the best way to put it. And this is the Libra card, the to be fair card, the balance card, right? The evening out of circumstances. So even though some injustices may have been, it feels like some injustices have been going on with you. So whatever this situation is, because we don't know yet if this is like a job, a career path, something didn't feel fair, some karmic retribution or karmic goodness is coming your way. Not retribution, that's not the right word. Come to the edge, taking that leap of faith. And I think Libras are no stranger to taking leaps of faith and facing fear. They're saying keep going. This rebirth, I feel like, your rebirth is loud here, super loud, lots of transformation. This to be fair card is an 11 card, which is a master number. And if you are seeing the 1111s or the repeating numbers, you may already be familiar with this message. It's a one of keep going, Libra. Keep going. You're going to get what you deserve. You're going to have to keep on keeping on. Don't quit. It's like a don't quit before you get to the finish line. You've worked too hard. So keep going. All right, let's get more information about this. I definitely want to get some space here for you. Coming to the edge, facing those fears, manifesting like a maniac. And remember, manifestation is, once you write down what it is you want to manifest, you can stop thinking about it. Take small steps towards it every day, but don't obsess. Don't change it every other day. The universe, once you put in your order, the universe starts working on it. So don't keep messing around. But put it down in writing. Really put it into concrete, what you want in life. And then just keep taking those small steps, little baby steps towards it. Take action. Don't overthink it, because we're Libras, right? We love to overthink. We get stuck in analysis paralysis and then go nowhere. So keep going, Libras. Keep going. All right, let's use the Celestial Tarot. Is that what I want to use? Is that what we're using today? No. Yep. So on this deck, I'm learning more and more every day. But astrology is still something that I'm having to tackle. Oh, yeah, astrology. So there's apparently traditional astrology and modern astrology, and the astrology on these cards I think is the more traditional side, because they're not, when I look at some of them don't match up, like as far as a sign that is associated with each card. I notice it's different on this deck than it is in say a more modern interpretation. So very fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. The more I learn, the more I know I don't know. Right? All right, we're going to do a modified Celtic cross here. One more shuffle, and we're good to go. All right, thank you, Spirit. Let's cut the cards and get going for our Librans. Let's zoom out for you so you can see what's happening here. All right. From the bottom of the deck, my darlings, you have the King of Swords in reverse. So this is what's subconscious to you, what's unknown. Okay, this is going to be way too much in the way. I need something to stand these cards up on. I just haven't come across something yet that's going to work. So I'm going to leave them right here for now so they're visible to some extent. I think you got the message, though. Keep going. Keep going. You are showing up as the Two of Cups. You're showing up as love. What's crossing you? The Emperor. Oh my. What is conscious in what's in your conscious, what's known, what's above you, right? What is blocking you is the Ten of Cups. Oh yeah, interesting. I already know what that's about. And potential outcome card, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, baby, but she's in the reverse. But that's okay. We'll see what that's about. So what's at the bottom of the deck? Nine of Swords in reverse. So several interpretations. Sometimes that Nine of Swords in reverse is about, for me, like an awareness and a connection to your psychic abilities, but also recognizing your mindsets, your self-sabotage, trying to work with and let go of those things that are holding you back, those things that are making you want to procrastinate on whatever this thing is over here that Spirit said keep going, don't stop. You're almost at the finish line. You're just about to rebirth yourself. You got 2 10 cards, you got an 11 card, got a 9 card. It's all about you beginning this new life. So do not stop. And I get it, because I'm with you. I'm a Libra too. Keep going, don't stop. Keep going, don't stop. That song is coming to me. Keep on moving, don't stop. No, I'm not singing it to you. Hell no. I don't want to break anybody's ears. It's from I think it's the 90s. I can hear it going around in my head now. Great. Oh, I wish I could sing. I would sing it to you. Keep on moving, don't stop, no. Sorry. Hope your ears are okay. So underneath, in your subconscious, Knight of Swords. What is going on here, my friends? Oh, ouch. So this King of Swords in the reverse, in your subconscious. To me, this is about maybe, again, overthinking. I feel like that we overthink and to block ourselves from moving forward with our thoughts. right? Self-sabotage. I mean, there are other things that show up in a King of Swords in reverse, but I don't feel like it's relevant to this reading. I don't think you're acting conceited. I don't think you're being manipulative in any way. There may be a rigidness in thinking, tendency to over control, especially since I'm seeing this Emperor right here. Being cold and calculating. So I'm reading this energy as your energy, right? But this could be someone else in your subconscious messing with you, but I really think it's you. I think it's you. We'll get more information around that to see what's happening. So you're showing up as Two of Cups. You're the central in this card, in this layout. And Two of Cups, about love, about a choice, right? It's about choice. And maybe a choice around love, or maybe a choice around something you love to do, something you would love to be in life. The mother bear, she's the nurturer. So a choice around being nurturing, possibly, mothering, to yourself, possibly, to someone else. An Emperor is showing up. Here is Aries, right? Showing up. You might have some placements in Aries. Maybe a moon, rising, or Venus. Crossing your choice that you're trying to make, or what if there's a love relationship or something involved. So crossing it is the Emperor. So there's maybe some control and manipulation around whatever this Two of Cups choice is about. There's a road bump on the path to being nurturing to yourself and others. And it has to do with, I don't know if if this is yourself, or if you have an Emperor in your life, a divine masculine that is holding you back in some way. It could be, right? It could be, because it's going to be different for everybody. It could be you holding yourself back from being the mama bear here, making the choice you want to make, or it could be somebody else showing up in your energy. And they may be an Aries, or they may be a fire sign of some kind. In your blockage is the Ten of Cups. Interesting card to have in your blockage, right? Your own wish fulfillment, your own happiness is blocking you. Is this maybe a sign of ingratitude? Or your wish for it is making you feel desperate in some way, anxious in some way? And that may be showing up here, especially with that Nine of Swords up there in the reverse. It's like the block is the resistance, right? Where is my happiness? Where is blocking your desire, I don't want to say desperation, but you're really wanting your happiness. Maybe you've been toiling a long while to feel happy again. And I say again, that just came out. It just came out. So maybe you're sitting in some unhappiness right now. The card that's crowning your reading, that is above you, what is conscious, what is known, is Hanged Man. So some sacrifice, a pause to find and to gain enlightenment about a situation. So you're aware that you have been getting a different perception about something, about this situation, about this love relationship possibly. So if this is a love relationship, if this isn't about loving yourself and it's somebody else, you're getting a new point of view or perception around this maybe manipulative behavior that this other person has brought into your relationship. And it may not be a present relationship, maybe it's a past relationship. We'll have to get more information. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. A need to take care of the self, a need to take care of you. So that you can embody your Queen of Pentacles fully, so that you can begin your new, embody and your new foundationally abundant beginning, because that's coming. All right, let's get some more, let's pull some more cards and see what we can find out. All right, so, sorry, I can't take those because I didn't ask the question yet, although I knew what I was about to ask probably. I want to clarify the Hangman. What is this new perception? Flipped over, but flip back. Around letting go of some sadness. Letting go of some sadness here for this Hanged Man. What the new perception is around, and possibly even oh gosh, can you talk, Rose? Hanging on too long to the sadness, possibly. Maybe perception around that, a new view on that for yourself. And it's time to let go of the grief, time to let go of the pain, let go of the sadness. Anything else, please, on this Five of Cups and the Hanged Man? New perception on the sadness. Is that all? Okay. Well, it doesn't look like we want any more there. So give us more information then on the Ten of Cups. Why is the Ten of Cups a block? Well, it's come out sideways more than anything. The Four of Cups is... I want to put it sideways because it came out that way. So there's some like teeter-totter energy between you know, not seeing the gift that was presented to you in some way, or being ungrateful. Didn't I say that? I think I mentioned that. Yeah, it's coming up again. Being ungrateful, I think, is a block. Being ungrateful is a block. Gotta tap into the gratitude. Gotta write it down in the gratitude journal. Gotta get up every morning. The first thing you do is think of several things you're grateful for, even if it's just your cup of coffee, and write it down and say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then you got the Four Swords in reverse. So you've been doing the healing. That's on the Four Cups. That is on the Four Cups. I'm sorry, this is just not doing what I want here. So you got fours. You're trying to create a stable foundation for yourself. You are doing the healing. There's definitely a need for healing. But I think there's a message of not sitting in the sadness any longer, using it as an excuse to stay in this healing state. Staying depressed, staying in that Nine of Swords. It's a gentle message here of the forward movement is needed. Don't let this healing and some of these things hold you back. I'm preaching to myself as well, believe me. Can you give us some more information about the Emperor that's crossing the Two of Cups? Nothing about the Emperor. Okay. Then what about the King of Swords, please? I think the universe is saying this message is clear already. Whoa, shoot. And Nine of Cups. Can't even pick these up. Nine of Cups. These cards are coming out sideways, so there's imbalance here. To me, that sound or feels like imbalance. Nine of Cups. Your wish fulfillment is crossing this King of Swords. This maybe this manipulative or deceitful, or someone who wasn't in their integrity or telling the truth possibly, and it messed with your Nine of Cups. Your Nine of Cups your wish fulfillment was affected. Let's put it that way, was affected. Anything more about this King of Swords? And what about the Nine of Cups, please? Okay, and then what about this Queen of Pentacles? Ooh. Okay. Got the Wheel of, okay, good. We got the Wheel of Fortune. Right? Got the Wheel of Fortune, Winds of Change at hand. Nine of Wands. Again, here you are with the nines. Nines and tens everywhere. Nine of Wands. You are recognizing the boundary, the self-created boundaries that are holding you back. You're recognizing them. You're changing. You're changing. Oh gosh, I didn't even realize what else I was holding here. The Eight of Swords in reverse as well. Self-sabotage. Bound by your own thoughts. Both of these cards talking about mindsets, and yeah, you gotta, interesting. And what are these things holding you back? Do you are these the stories that have been told to you as a child that you're not worth love, you're not worth abundance, you're not worth the money we put into you, you're, all these stories that we're told that we believe, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not tall enough, your hair isn't long enough. I mean, all this stupid shit that we believe, and then it gets embodied, and we believe it the rest of our lives, and it can hold us back the rest of our lives. And I think that's what every sign, it's not just you, Libra, every sign is working on upending these limiting beliefs. All limiting beliefs are fears. Fears holding you back. So you're changing. You're changing this. You are, and you're going to turn this Queen of Pentacles upright because you're changing all this mindset stuff, all these. So Nine of Wands. Yes, that's the Wounded Warrior card. That's the classic card of wisdom through adversity. So you're using the things you have learned and helping others possibly with that wisdom. So when Wounded Warrior shows up, I always feel like you may be a light worker of some kind, and you're working really hard on yourself. You're working really hard on yourself. That's obvious to me. Lots of cups, lots of emotions, lots of swords, lots of thoughts keeping you stuck. All right, let's see. What else do we want to clarify? I mean, this is very clear. This is a very clear message. It's analysis paralysis. It's too much in your head. Get into your heart. Oh, Three of Swords just flew out. In the reverse. So there's some heartbreak, right? There's some heartbreak involved. And this could be one thing. It could be a relationship. It could be you lost a job. It could be anything. You lost a friend. Someone passed away. All kinds of stuff can come up here. But you're trying to release the sadness. You're trying to release the heartbreak. You're really, really working hard on yourself. And I think that's why that came out. And heartbreak, maybe from this Emperor over here, this controlling, manipulative Emperor shows up as a kind of like someone who's manipulative in the King of Swords. And the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles is here, and the Strength card is here. I wish they were in the upright, but I'm not going to be too concerned that they're not. A new opportunity to learn something new. And finding the strength to move forward with this new endeavor, this new thing. So here's what I feel about this in reverse right here, is that it's simply the mindset stuff. It's that you don't believe that you can do it. your own self-limiting beliefs and your self-sabotage are the only things keeping you from using your strength to learn something new and to start a new cycle, because you are starting a new cycle. It's just self-doubt. That's all this is, self-doubt. And this is saying, so by the spring, I think you're going to have this stuff worked out. This new thing you're working on, it's going to start blooming in the spring. Okay, it's going to start blooming in the spring. I'm going to keep these upright. I don't care if they came out reverse. I think we can turn this energy around. Let's get some other cards of advice for you, because that's really what's needed, right? Is some advice or some clarity around how to do this mindset work. And you know, I do a lot of mindset type work. I have a workshop around mindset and how to look at blockages, how to look at the shadows, how to figure out how to get unstuck. It's a lot of information, so I mean, if I did it on this video would be 3 hours long. So if you have questions around how to work on limiting beliefs, on stories that need to be upended and retold to yourself in a more positive way, please let me know in the comments. I can start offering, you know, courses, free and otherwise, that are more in depth if you want them. So if you start asking for them, then I'm going to do that. So let me know. Let me know if you're not sure how. I think you're deep in it. I mean, you're already doing the work, so you may not need that kind of help. But if you do, let me know. So this is the Archangel Metatron deck, and I would like to get a card or two. Archangel Metatron is like the gatekeeper of the archangels. He was the only archangel that was incarnated as a human, from what I understand. I'm hopefully have that right. You know, sometimes you hear information that is hopefully true. I'm trying to remember where I heard that, but I cannot. The first card that came up, and even if you don't believe in archangels, don't poo-poo the message, because if you just believe in a higher source of wisdom, or you believe that you have a guide of some kind, which I think you do, because I know you do, because there's your dolphin, that's your guide. That may be one of your spirit animals. What's coming up for you is water. Water is emotional well-being on this card. It's a number 7 card. It's a spiritual card. So this is a card of healing, which I think we talked about you doing some healing with your 4 of Swords over here. You're deep in the healing process. 7s are a spiritual number, and that, to me, you're also steeped in your spiritual path or spiritual journey. So a need for self-care, for sure. A need for a little bit of fun. I can totally associate with that right now. I resemble that remark, in other words. Too much work, too serious, not enough play. And so tomorrow, I'm going to go play. Tomorrow's Saturday, the 21st of August. I am going to go play in the water, as a matter of fact. Very apropos, right? I'm going to go kayak with my niece and her husband. So, yeah, let's see what else we can get. If this is speaking to you, you know who you are. The ones who are working diligently towards this. You're learning something new. Probably it's gonna start really blooming in the springtime. So, and the messages in the beginning was, don't stop before you get to the finish line, because you are almost there. This is a reading of encouragement. Encouragement. All right. So, anything else from this deck, please? Well, not talking very loudly from Metatron today. Guess we got what we wanted. Oh, well, I was wrong about that. Yeah, don't question the archangels. They'll throw one out at you. All right. Oh my gosh, all the same messages. Libra, what else would you get but a yin-yang, right? Balance personified. In Taoism, if you're in Tao, you're balanced. If you're very, oh, this is so funny. Because then you have action too. So here it's like, this is funny. So in the center, you've got, you need to be balanced. I mean, balance is needed for sure. And we're Libras, right? We always need balance. So they're asking you to balance your emotional with your active. They're asking you to balance your yin with your yang. Yin is water, is cool, is underneath the surface. Yang is action, heat. This is so crazy. Sun, moon. I mean, if I put in the title that Libra, you need balance, you're probably going to come hump me down and shoot me. But yeah, it's just, we're always balancing. Everybody's always balancing the yin and the yang, right? The internal work with the external work. Look at all the water though here. To me, this looks like water. Water in this action card, water in the water card. So you're all up in your emotions. I feel like you're tapping into your heart-centered desires here. Oh, I feel like you're already doing this work. I feel like you're already doing this. So let's see. This is like just confirmation. The most important message I feel from this reading has been about not stopping. Don't quit. Don't quit is truly the message I get. This just flew out. I barely even touched this deck and this flew out. So you got 2 5s here. This duality card is a 5. It's a 23, but I always just add them together. So it's a 5 and a 5. Cards of change. So you are deep in the midst of some type of transformation. And I'm going to read from the Oracle book for this curse card because I can't say it any better than she's written it. So let me just do that. Just bear with me. It's not a long passage, so it's not going to take very long, but it's always very informative. And it usually sums up the whole reading. So let me find 14. 14 is the curse. Don't be afraid of the name of it. So, oh, this is so perfect. I'm going to read 2 paragraphs. I was just this whole reading I've been talking about your limiting beliefs and working with them, right? The curse refers to the limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. So this is completely reiterating the karma I was talking about earlier, right? About the limiting beliefs that are showing up right here. 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, limiting beliefs, limiting boundaries that you create that are just illusions. And then the stories that were told, from our ancestors that aren't true. Like, I'll give you an example. In my family, I'm just calling in my family out, Mom passed away in January, so she's used to me just talking about the family now, and she's okay with that. One of the things that we did as a family was we didn't communicate at all. Not about substantive things. It was always like surface. We never talked or had confrontation. So there was really no true communication. And even within the extended family, there was never any conversation around bringing things into the light. There was always drama underneath the surface, but nobody ever talked about it. It was swept under the rug. So I grew up with this belief that confrontation was bad and scary, and it was scary to me to have confrontations with people. I still struggle with confrontation, and I'm 54 years old. So that's an example of these limiting stories that you've been ingrained, you've been brainwashed to believe as you grow up. So let me finish reading. I went off on a tangent. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as a disease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. Again, totally summing up this whole reading for you. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. So childhood wounding, I'm surprised those cards didn't show up with Archangel Metatron. They might if we kept shuffling, but I've got to end this. It's 35 minutes already. So one more paragraph. The invitation to you with this curse card. Hold on, pull it up. The invitation to you. Look at them looking straight in your eyes, right? It is time to recognize the source of your limitations. Did your grandparents live with a mindset of scarcity? Did you inherit genes for heart disease? By the way, all my dad's brothers died of a heart attack. My oldest brother had a widowmaker heart attack, survived it. So this stuff is real, okay? It's real. Were you a slave or a master in a past life? This karmic legacy is ready and waiting to be seen, to be untangled, and to be released. Honor the players and the stories. Forgive everyone and everything. Craft a new life for yourself. Again, if I had pulled this card at the beginning, we could have just done away with the whole reading, right? Because it sums it up perfectly. From beginning to end, everything we have said in between is exactly what this card is saying. And this is you looking yourself in your own eyes, looking in the mirror and saying, you know what? It's time to end this curse, right? Yeah. All right, Libras, that was powerful. And quite honestly, I do really have an affinity, is that the right word, for this reading. I really feel this reading on a personal level. So this could actually be a personal reading. If you have any comments, questions, please put them down below. Thank you for being here again, and we'll talk to you later.